What's up? What's good? Yo, you know who it is, you know what it is. Let's get into this. So, all I've been hearing on YouTube and on all these social media platforms is what we usually hear when, you know, people get killed in our community. It's blaming everything else but the culture and the mindset that's been instilled within these communities. You know, it's quick, it's easy to say, well, the music is this, which is true. I think the music is it's crazy. I mean, the things that they say, whatever, the images they portray and everything is crazy. They want to blame the music, the movies, the feds, everybody but themselves. Everybody but the culture and the mindset that is instilled in these children and these people from young. It's sad that in our communities, we hold higher a person that's been in jail than a person that's trying to do the right thing. If you, in a lot of cases in these communities, if you are working in McDonald's, if you're working in Popeyes, if you're working in any of these fast food chains, you're looked at as a bozo, as opposed to a dude that's selling dope to your aunt, your man's fucking sister, everybody else. Those are winners, and those are official niggas, yo. They the realest of the realest, you know. But a dude that's trying to do the right thing and work at McDonald's and not trying to hurt nobody and just trying to live his life, he's a clown. She's a clown, cause she not real. Or we tend to glorify or basically act like a person that did 15 years in fucking jail is more reputable or deserves more credit or respect than a motherfucker that says, I'm gonna go be a police officer or a court officer. He's a snitch and a traitor and a bozo. But the dude that did 15 years, he's official. He's a stand-up dude. A man to be respected. No, he's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot. In a lot of cases, people do what they have to do. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the dude that does 3 years, comes home, 6 months later, does another 2 years, 6 months later goes in for 5 years, 6 months later goes in for That's an idiot. There's some dudes that make a quick mistake at 17, 18, 21 years old, and they get 30 years and they ain't got no choice. They made one big mistake and they had to play with it with a big chunk of their life. Listen, it is what it is. But that's the problem with us. That's the problem with the community, is that we will hold people that are criminals, basically, and basically teach the kids that these are the people you should be looking up to. You shouldn't want to be a cop. You shouldn't want to be a politician. You shouldn't want to be shit, because that's not being a real nigga. Being a real nigga is being one of these dudes standing in your lobby, smoking weed and fucking, getting drunk on Friday and every day and all this shit and talking shit and smacking bitches, and that's being a real nigga. Stop blaming all the fucking things but what it is. It's not the fucking movies. It's not music. Music is a part. These are all small parts of the problem. The biggest part of the problem is the households, the fucking neighbors, the people that are teaching these young kids what the fuck they feel is right and wrong, which in a lot of cases in these communities is dead wrong, man. Dead wrong. I respect the shooter. I don't respect the dude that got shot and all. Man, fuck all that shit, man. You shouldn't respect nobody, because you know what? This shit is bullshit. These dudes are shooting each other and killing each other over nothing. Over nothing, yo. This shit is retarded. Let's call it what it is, man. It's the fucking community. It's the parents. It's not music. It's not all this other shit. It's these ignorant motherfuckers that are pushing our kids to think that doing 15 years in jail is okay. It's these idiots that think that fucking a dude that's a shooter or a dude that's a drug dealer is more honorable or reputable than a dude that's working in fucking McDonald's that's just trying to get by. Or a dude that does good in school. Or you trying to act white. You trying to this. You ain't. That's the stupid shit. That's the shit that is gonna keep people back. Honestly. Not Not the music. The music is it is what it is. Because you know what? If people just stop listening to music, it would be it would not be a factor. But people are always gonna have these parents. The parents are always gonna be present in the household. What the fuck are they teaching these kids? They're teaching them nonsense, man. That it's better to be a criminal than to be a regular person. It's sad. It is. Young Dolph and all these other young men that get killed on a daily basis are victims of our mindset, are victims of these false teachings and these narratives that people want to push because it's cool to be a real nigga. It's cool. That's the coolest shit you could be. Is an official nigga, a real nigga. That's real bullshit. And this shit is crazy, man. This shit is crazy, man. And that's why I go at Mysonne a lot, because he is so caught. He's straddling the fence. He doesn't know whether he wants to be a real nigga or a real activist. You got to make a choice. What you gonna be, man? Being a real nigga is getting a lot of people killed. Being a real nigga ain't doing nothing for this society, man. Being a real nigga don't do nothing for the hood. These real niggas are the ones that are shooting up the fucking stores. These real niggas are the ones that are hitting people with fucking stray bullets. These real niggas are the ones that are doing all the shit that's fucked up in the hood that people are tired of. Change this stupid ass narrative about being a real nigga. That shit don't fucking really count, man. Like I said, in the grand scheme of things, man, these fucking white people are laughing. They're laughing. They look at all of us like we're retarded because we're killing each other and doing this shit for nothing, for their gain. Who the fuck you think owns these labels? Who the fuck you think is making all the money off of this shit that goes on? The carnage. Who owns these social media networks? Who owns all this shit? And I'm not bashing white people, because you know what? It's not their fault that they got their shit together. And we don't. That's our fault. That's our fault. You know why? Because if we really wanted to do the right thing, we could. There's enough people out there with enough money that if it was channeled in the right direction, it could make a fucking difference. You telling me Mayweather and Jay-Z and fucking Kanye can't get together and make a social media network for us that belongs to us, so to speak? These are some rich motherfuckers. Some of them are billionaires. They can't go together and get us a social network? No. They can't create their own YouTube? They can't do none of this shit? No, they choose not to, man. We all choose not to. How many fucking black-owned delis or bodegas are owned in Flatbush? I bet you there's a bunch of ox in there. Bunch of Arabs. And shout out to the Arabs, because they smart enough to know how to get money. Dominicans. Yeah, they smart enough to understand. Well, we don't. How many when you go to Chinatown and you walk into any of those stores, do you see any fucking Dominican niggas working in there? Nah, it's Chinese, because they understand this is our neighborhood, we gonna own everything out here. But we just don't get that. We just don't get that. We don't understand. It goes way over our head. We'd rather pay everybody else for everything else and then blame everybody else too. This shit is retarded, man. Stop looking at all the fucking the movies and look inside the households. These fucking parents, these niggas is retarded, man. Straight like that, and they teaching the kids the wrong way. Plain and simple, man. Y'all be good out there. Much love to everybody. Stay blessed, man, and start teaching these kids right, man, because this shit is crazy. This shit ain't never gonna stop. Y'all be good. Peace.